Hey there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, back with some more Final Girl. Today we're going to be continuing our lore book adventures with the Intruders in the storybook words, in the Storybook Woods versus Red. For those of you who are new here to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about the board gaming hobby. You are perfectly welcome to be here with us, even if you are not COVID cautious, provided there is no minimization, denialism, or harassment of those of us who are still trying to stay disease-free in these trying times. With that said, I am here by myself tonight, so I do not have to wear a mask, and oh my gosh, my glasses. Oh my god, my glasses, my glasses, my glasses! Where are my glasses? They're on my head. That was from Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, an absolutely fantastic musical that got a bum rap. Anyway, okay, so let's dive right in with story time, which is my favorite. A Tale's Origin. What happened at Wingard Cottage made headlines everywhere, and then those headlines were replaced in a day or two with whatever new tragedy that followed after. There's so many things I could say there. I'm just going to keep going. Such senseless killing. Sadly, history is filled with examples of home intrusion murders, demonstrating the dark side that can consume some humans. More recent examples have been written in books, such as Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, about the Clutter family murders, or Vincent Bugliosi's Helter Skelter, detailing the Charles Manson cult murder trials. In these examples, the victims were just going about their lives, and without any provocation, they were brutally killed one day in their own homes. However, older examples have made their way mostly by word of mouth, and while some stories have been eventually lost and forgotten, others have withstood the test of time and become part of local folklore. Many of us have heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood. The story's origins can be traced back to several 16th century European folktales. Over time, it seems that a wolf has been established as the main villain. Perhaps this was less scary than the villains in some of the original versions. Some of the earliest versions tell the tale of three killers, some wearing animal masks, which is likely how a wolf was eventually chosen to replace them. These killers invaded an old lady's home and massacred her just before her granddaughter was expected to arrive. In the aftermath that followed, several townsfolk were also killed. Some tales conclude with the little girl surviving and exacting her revenge, while others have a less happy ending. What really happened that day has been lost and will remain a mystery, but it must have been either quite tragic or incredibly heroic to have been an inspiration for the tales that later followed. So our final girl here is going to be Red, doing the Forest Dweller setup. We do have a predetermined set of items and a predetermined set of events in a specific order, as well as a predetermined first terror card. And the dark power is no remorse, and the finale is you're going to die. So no remorse, you're going to die. Sounds like my life. Great. Okie dokie. Well, let's get this party started with our first event card, which is a toll bridge. Pay my toll and you can pass. Place the toll bridge token anywhere on the river so that it touches two spaces. Those spaces are now considered to be adjacent, and you must spend time to cross it and an additional time if a person follows you. Huh. So what's going to be the best way to use that to save people fastest? It's the question of the day. There's already a bridge there, so I don't need one there. There's no bridge there. Oh, it's giving me choices and I don't know what to do. I'm going to put a bridge between the gingerbread house and that exit. Sure. I think I can do that. So that it touches two spaces. Yeah, I mean that seems to touch the two spaces. We're gonna say that's allowed. If that's not allowed and you're watching this and you know that's not allowed, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's do some walking and try to get some people listening. Well, the good news is I got a success right off the bat, so I'm having better luck than I usually do. And now let's try to get them back through the ginger house and to the exit. Well, we can't get back through the ginger through the exit, but we can get back to the gingerbread house. Eh, they keep falling down. My meeples are falling. My meeples are falling. Help me, help me. My meeples are falling. All right, we're going to try to focus since things have been going well. Oh, I succeeded at the focus roll too. That's amazing. I get to lower that. Let's try to focus again. Maybe we can get ourselves in the green right from the get-go. And we can get ourselves in the green right from the get-go. It's almost like a different world that I've never experienced before. And we're going to take that search card since we're already in the gingerbread house. Oh, no. We're going to take a sprint card since we have no walking left so that we can try to rescue some people. Put these over here, reset this, and move on to the killer's turn. So all the killers will attack somebody in their space, but there is nobody in their space. That's fine. Trish is our designated main killer, and let's see what happens to her. Once upon a time. I'm going to keep singing that song. I can't help myself. But anywho, this starts off with ourselves placing 2 new victims at Grandma's house. Now, if this says the killer recovers health for the intruders, what does that mean? Let's see. Active killer is identified by the active killer token. It doesn't really say. There would be an effect that says all killers, but that is not part of this thing. Minor dark powers apply to all killers. I don't know. Do you think all of the killers recover health? I think only the main killer recovers health. Again, if I'm wrong, tell me that. Put it in those comments. And oh wow, we're gonna get a second event already. Let's see what it is. This was all predetermined for us, so breadcrumbs path. They took bits of bread and scattered crumbs to leave them home. We're going to choose 2 places between the dell, the meadow, and the clearing. You're going to place a breadcrumb path token. I can move between those 2 spaces as if they were adjacent. Only I can use them, and victims cannot follow me. I think I'm going to choose the meadow and the clear in the dell because I already took care of the clearing, and I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Might go well, might not go well. All right. Things are looking quite lovely for us. No panicking because the killers stood there and did nothing. So we're going to try to sprint with 3 dice. That's it. And I got 1 success. So we are going to move 2 spaces. We're going to, we have to spend an extra time because a victim is following me to cross the bridge, but that's fine. We spent a lot of time to cross the bridge. We rescued 2 of these folks. I can take a free action card, which will be a sprint, and I can move up to 2 extra spaces. So we're going to go 1. That was my sprint, and then we're going to go 1, 2 for the 2 extra spaces. And we're going to take any top item card, and we will take the thorny vines. I can place them in my space. If the killer enters that space, we would discard this token, and that killer would lose 2 things immediately. I don't want to put them in the space that I'm in, but I might want to put them in another space. So we are going to go ahead and sprint again. Let's sprint again like we did last. Okay, I got another success. I'm doing really good here with the successes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and move over here to the dell. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop that thorny vine in here. So if something tries to come at me in the dell, I will stop them. And I don't have anything to buy anything with, which is kind of okay. I'll get all these things back. So that's pretty good. I feel like that was all very, very nice. The killers go, we are going to kill people in our space. But they don't do it. Okay. And then we draw a terror card. Why are they doing to this to us? If there's no victims on the board, discard this. However, there are victims in the board. So the act, I think that means active killer, right? We are going to move the active killer token up to the next killer. So we're switching things to my favorite, whose name I forgot, but he's the more kooky one. And then that person is going to go to the nearest victim and kill them. And because things thematically make sense, we're just going to say that it goes on ahead into grandmother's house and kills one of those poor people, because I feel like that's appropriate. However, I did a very bad job. I did a very bad job, and I was not prepared with my Gruesome Deaths book. So let's get to that Gruesome Death book. Oh no, I am a bad. I am a bad, bad, bad content creator. And if I was a good content creator, I would probably be, editing out what I'm doing right now. But instead, you're just gonna talk to me. Well, I'm gonna talk to you. While I look this stuff out. But that's how I'll do it. Storybook Woods. Following the Intruders on page 24. When I get that next season, I won't get this because I'll have a book instead of this. 24. Wonder if these are general deaths. This card was called Why Are They Doing This to Us? So I guess it's going to be general deaths. And this is our friend Zeke. I like Zeke. Zeke's my favorite. Let's see what happens to this person in grandmother's house. Zeke had been following Brock for days, learning his routine. Every day in the morning, he travels to the local watering hole to hunt for fish for his family. And this was Zeke's perfect time to strike. Using a man-made spear, Zeke hit Brock right in the chest. Ooh, right in the chest. Brock fell to his knees and went to pull the spear out, but in that moment, Zeke leaped onto Brock, throwing him back into the water. Zeke held his head underwater, staring deep into his eyes, and his soul left his body. When Brock finally stopped resisting, Zeke had a smile on his face from ear to ear. Aw, Zeke, you're my favorite. I love you, Zeke. Oh my goodness, that raised our terror by 2. And then that card, Why Are They Doing This to Us, also raised our terror by 1. So all that focusing we did, all that focusing went right out the window, and now these people are going to try to run away in panic right into the arms of the other 2. One of them cowers in the corner of grandmother's house, and the other goes, "What? I'm going to run right into these 2 crazy evil people and then die. They're gonna die. They are gonna die. It is my turn. The good news, I can try to rescue that person, or I can just try to rescue these 2 people like a smarter person would. Oh, let's just rescue the other 2. The people that decided they were going to pop up in grandmother's house, they kind of just did this to themselves, is what I say. And as a return for that, I did not roll a success for being a poopy head. But we are going to discard a short rest and a weak attack to turn that into a walk anyway. Hi, where'd you come from? I came from the dell, through the meadow, through grandmother's house. Roll dice. And look, again, I failed to fail. But I'm going to just let that fail happen and go ahead and move the 1 space, losing 1 health and 2 time, because I can then put 1 person on this thing to restore health and put the other person on this thing to give me back 2 time anyway. And now I'm only one thing away from unlocking my ultimate. So let's try to focus our horror level back down in preparation. That didn't work out so well. We lost that 2 time we just got, so we might as well spend that last card, because why not, and lose the rest of our time. Oh well, we'll draw this close call card, which will do that thing, and I got carried away, right? Because I was rolling so good that first turn. I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep rolling good. I didn't keep rolling good. And then these terrible things happen because all killers will kill someone in their space. So, starting with Zeke. Starting with Zeke. As Brandon was walking around the house, scared because he already saw somebody die, Brandon's not smart. He covered his nose with his shirt and proceeded towards the smell to investigate. Great. Yeah, okay. A deer lay slain with 2 long gashes in its side. Oh my god, Brandon said as he tried to run back to the trail. But when he did, he was met with a knife straight to the stomach. Ugh! The knife was slowly moved from the left side to his right side in a curved motion as blood spewed from Brandon's mouth. And when the body fell to the ground, a smile could be seen on Brendan's stomach, matching perfectly with the eyes that were carved in the beard. I want a picture of that. That was a cool image. I liked it. Uh-oh, that goes up. They're gonna be stronger now. But meanwhile, we're gonna say Baghead gets to do this kill because poor Baghead usually doesn't get enough attention. So Baghead is gonna do this thing. Jeff. This was Jeff. They were all boys in grandmother's house. Lots can be said there. Anyway, Jeff managed to catch Baghead by surprise, running from grandmother's house, slamming a rock into the side of his head. Ugh! The rock just broke into pieces once it hit him. Well, Jeff didn't let that faze him. He continued to throw punch after punch into the monster, eventually pushing him back far enough to where he tripped over a fallen tree branch and fell to the ground. Jeff's gonna do that stupid thing that the jocks always do in horror movies now, I just know it. Come on, Jeff said, get up, I'm not done with you yet. He did it. Jeff continued. The beast rose from the ground and picked up the branch that he tripped over. In one fell swoop, Baghead swung the branch into Jeff's body like a bat to a baseball, and his body flew directly into a distant tree. Boom! Home run. Good job, Baghead. It's so hard because I kind of root for the intruders. I enjoy them. They make me happy, but I won't be happy when I die. It was wearing a mask. Ah, more horror. If there are no victims on the board, blah blah blah. But there are victims on the board, so the active killer is going to switch to Trish. Trish is going to move towards the nearest victim and attack. Okay, so Trish is going to kill someone now. Trish stared through a cottage window in the middle of the clearing where there was no cottage at a man and wife making love. This is going to go well. She then watched that man go next door and do the same. He was sleeping with everyone in the cottage village. Oh my god. Okay. When this man went to retrieve firewood in the forest, he was met with Trish. Okay, there we go. With a rock to his temple. The Lord utters his voice before his army, for the camp is exceedingly great. He who executes his word is powerful, Trish said as she straddled the man lying on the ground convulsing. She picked up a much larger rock, just like in In Search of Darkness, In Pursuit of Darkness, whatever that movie is, and slammed it down on the man's head. And she picked it up and did it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Good job, Trish. And our scary level goes up more. So that was pretty brutal. We lost 4 victims because I was selfish and I went off into the other corner of the woods and I left them all there to die. It's my fault, more or less. It's also my turn. I hold on to this card and I draw these. And I have the 6, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that critical blow for later. I'll probably regret it. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it, as that little girl from American Horror Story tells everyone. Okay. Well, It seems we've killed everyone in this little realm here, so we don't have to do nothing. I killed someone with a rock. That meant he killed someone with a tree branch. I killed them all! I killed them all! I killed them all! Good job, Zeke. Good job, Zeke. Zeke killed them all. It's just not. There he is. Oh, Zeke. Zeke's my best dudes. All right. Let's see what happens here. They're everywhere. Well, that's gonna suck. That's pretty bad. They all move 2 spaces too. So starting with Trish, she's gonna move 2 spaces towards the nearest person. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So not there. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she's gonna come over here, but luckily she didn't kill nobody. Killer's gonna go up to Zeke, who's gonna move 2 spaces, 3 spaces toward 2 spaces towards the nearest person. That's gonna be here. And then there. Oh, they're all going after everybody who's in the village now. And then it goes up again to Baghead, who's going to move all the way into the village, just completely ignoring my trap. And oh, the third one doesn't kill anybody. He just heads in there, and they're like, "Hey, sup?" But they're safe. But I'm not going to rescue them. No, 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 no. I'm going to rescue this last person to get my ultimate unlocked. Because I'm mean and bad to my neighbors. Yay! I got a success and a walk over here. Let's do it again. Yay! I got a success and I walk you back here. And I get a time back. And I unlock my ultimate. Alright, what is Red's ultimate? Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces of you, you can move 1 space for free. That's cool. Alright. Well, there is an enemy within 2 spaces of me, so I can move 1 space for free. Oh no, they're within 3 spaces of me, so they're not. I was wrong. It's harder to tell with this map sometimes. Let's just do some focusing and try to get that horror level down. Now, it's like whenever we try to focus, the bad thing happens. So, wait, how did I lose a health? Because I didn't give myself... Did I give a health to her instead of to me when I was supposed to heal myself? 5, 5, 6. No, the health over here. That should be one. Okay. I'm gonna discard my short rest and my weak attack to make that a success, and we're gonna focus again. That's a lie. We're not gonna focus again. I'm just gonna yeah, I'm gonna focus again. And I'm gonna discard close call to re-roll one of those dice. Ah, I did the smart move. I mean, I don't know if it was actually smart or not, but whatever. I got 3 stuff to spend there. Take a search and we're gonna take a double up and a close call because I got that critical blow. So when I'm ready to double up on my critical blow, that'll be a nice turn. I hope. Oh, Baghead's gonna kill somebody in his space. That's unfortunate. All right. Baghead number 4. Oh, Luke. Luke was sleeping peacefully on the ground when Baghead found him. He just stood there and watched him sleep, slightly tilting his head and wondering what he could be dreaming about. Over time, Baghead grew angry. He hated dreams. He only had nightmares. He walked over to Luke and raised his right leg. As he went to lower it, Luke woke up just in time to see that boot crash into his face, where Baghead kept pushing until he heard no more popping sounds, and then he twisted a few more times and left. And the dark powers just come out. I'm in trouble. No remorse. Roll a die at the start of each upkeep phase, and if the result is greater than the number of killers, raise the bloodlust level. With the way I roll dice, that's going to happen a whole lot. This will be short. It was wearing a mask. R goes back up. There are victims on the board. Killer goes down to Zeke, and Zeke is going to come running on in here and kill that last poor little duder. Okay. Zeke is getting all the kills. All the kills. We're just going to skip to the next one because he's killed a bunch already. Matthew was walking through the woods when he heard some rustling. He got so scared that he began to run. In his haste, he tripped over a log and fell to the ground. Oof! His head got caught in a rope trap that pulled him up the second he tried to get free. Ruh-roh. He hung there, swinging back and forth, trying to break free as he sees a person emerge from behind a tree. Help me, Max wheezed. Zeke responded, "How did you get your neck caught in the trap? It was supposed to be your foot." "Oh well, I can still have fun with you." I don't know why his accent just went like that, but it did. Zeke pulled a bat out from his little bags of tricks and proceeded to hit Matthew like he was a pinata, laughing the entire time. Oh, Zeke. And then this goes up, and our horror goes up, and everything's going to be terrible. Panic phase. Well, nobody got a chance to panic because they all got killed. Upkeep phase. Here we go. Well, I rolled a 5, so the bloodlust goes up. Because of course I did! Stupid Greg and your dice rolls. It's my turn. I have a critical blow, and a double up, and a close call. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that close call for 1. I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna take these cards back. I'm gonna get a sprint. I'm gonna search. And I'm gonna get a distraction. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't take all of those. So let's drop that short rest for now. And then the killers go again. Yeah. I was carried like a rag doll. Move the killer 3 spaces towards grandmother house. It's currently Zeke, so that's 1, 2, 3. We would pick up and move a victim with them if able, but yeah, right. They're all dead, but we get to draw an event. The woodsman. Here he comes. The victim closest to you is now the woodsman. He will follow you into the killer's space. When attacking the killer, the woodsman adds 1 attack for every 3 health the killer has. If you save the woodsman, double your victim's save bonus. If the woodsman dies in your space, lose 3 time. You probably don't need me, but I'll help if I can, says. I think I could need you. Oh, great, the upkeep phase. I rolled higher than a 3 again because of course I did. Okay. So we are going to start. We're going to start with distraction and hopefully roll enough to figure like the double thing here. So I've rolled a lot of things that I can discard. So we're going to discard. We're going to discard a weak attack and both focuses and a walk because that'll let us lower the horror by 2 and raise our time by 2, which will help us out later. I was going to go to Grandma's house and get that axe. But now that doesn't seem wise because Zeke is there. Let's see what I get on this sprint roll first, and we'll judge life from there. So I get to move 2 spaces with sprint. So yeah, we're gonna go to the meadow where all these folks are. And we're going to take that woodsman with us eventually. Yeah, we're going to take that woodsman with us now. We're going to walk. We did a very bad walk, but we do get to move 1. I don't want to save him. Do I have to save him? I don't think I do. We're going to take 1 space with the woodsman. And I lose 1 life, and I lose 2 time. But I still have 5 time left. I get a sprint and a search and a close call and a short rest. And hopefully we'll start to make some progress. Am I within 2 spaces of the killer? Nope. I haven't been able to use that once. Oh no. Okay, well, the killers go. At least they don't do anything in their space. There's something in the trees. Okay, so a killer is going to move 6 spaces towards me, which is Zeke. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, it gets to me. It doesn't attack them. But since there is a victim in the killer's space, this goes up by 1, this goes up by 2. That's dreadful. The good news is, if you call it that, the good news is that Zeke is in my space, and I can potentially do a lot of damage even without a weapon. So we're going to go ahead and try to. I got 1 success on that roll, which isn't enough to make it useful. I do 2. Oh, wait. The woodsman adds 1 extra die for every 3 health the killer has. So that's 2 extra dice. Now I got the 2 successes that I wanted. Cool. So I do 3 damage to Zeke. Oh, I'm going to be so sad if I kill Zeke first. Lower my horror by 1. I am going to play double up to immediately pay 6 and return it to my hand. Nice. And then I'm going to play it again. But this time I only get to roll 3 dice, which should be fine. Oh no, I only got 1 success that time, which is 2 damage to Zeke, meaning from now on at least I got the killer down to the thing where I can roll +1. I lose another horror, and my turn ends. But I think that was worth it. I've got 5 cards here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get all of that stuff back. I got to use Critical Blow twice using my double up. The double up is a signature skill that I drew at random before this. I always draw a signature skill by random. Now the problem here, well, I think I can choose to get attacked instead of. But I also think I can't afford to do that because I didn't bring anything defensive. So I think Zeke's gonna go ahead and kill that woodsman. But I got a nice bit of stuff out of it. Question is, what is the woodsman's name? It's definitely not Bell. Zeke decided to put a nail into Liam's left hand. He stepped back to see his work in full view. Dang, now it's uneven, Zeke uttered. He then proceeded to put a nail in Liam's right hand. Liam could barely speak, but he managed to ask, "Why are you doing this?" To which Zeke replied, "Well, you've heard of death by 1,000 cuts? That's so last century. I want to do death by 1,000 nails." Liam, who had already lost a lot of blood from the other nails, faded back out of consciousness as Zeke proceeded to add the next nail to his clavicle. All right, well, our bloodlust trail is at the top there. We lost our 3 time from the woodsman dying. Let's see what our next tarot card is. Getting treats for grandmother. Take the top card of the village item deck. Oh, that's good. At least I got a knife. That's the good news. The bad news is that Zeke's going to attack me for 3, and I don't have any defense. The good news is I now get a +1 die for this and for this, I think. I'm not going to look that up in the rules. I'm just going to claim that's what happens because otherwise things are going pretty badly. Was there more than 1 somethings in it? No, that was, I just left it. Okay. I'm going to do a weak attack while I'm in this space because I get 2 extra dice on it, and I might be able to kill Zeke. So I think it's worth it. I got 2 successes, which does 1 damage +1 from my knife. So that was worth it because Zeke is dead. Or Zeke is dead. I think I moved that just down to the next killer then. Okay. All right. I am definitely going to short rest because I lost a lot of life and I get an extra die on that short rest. Got 2 stars. It's getting to that point in time when I kind of want to make dinner, so I'm not going to keep holding up the thing. You're just going to have to trust me that I'm telling the truth. Because I am telling the truth. I would never, ever, ever, ever lie to you all. I swear it. Now I can kind of head towards grandmother's house and try to get some more stuff. Or towards the gingerbread house. Let's head towards the gingerbread house. That wasn't good. I'm going to discard Close Call and Focus to turn that into a move to spaces. I have to spend an extra time to move through that space. Why did I lose? Oh, because of the woodsman. And I'm going to search grandmother's house and hope to find a second knife because I can use both. I'm going to discard a focus and a walk to get this. Oh, that's the gingerbread house, not grandmother's house. I found some bread. Fresh from the baker's, it was for grandmother, but she'll understand. Discard during the action phase and choose one of the following. Either get 3 time or move 2 spaces. I'm going to just discard that now to get 3 time. Yeah. And then I can search again. Oh, please find something. I got a success. So I find an archery bow. That's within a range of 2. Can only use this without an action card. And it does 1 damage. It costs 2 things to fire an arrow. So I mean, I'm just gonna put that in my backpack for now, and we'll see if I want to use it later. I think it's during upkeep that I can rearrange items. I'm just gonna leave that. I still have a walk card in my hand, which I'm gonna hold on to, and I have 3 thingies to spend. I have 3 thingies to spend. I think it's time for another distraction next turn. We've dropped that search there, that search there. So I'm still going to try to get some more, since we're already basically going to be in finale mode. I'm just trying to kind of prepare for it. They're going to stand around in their space and not do anything. There's blood everywhere. This is going to come here, and the killer is going to move 3 spaces, which is currently Baghead. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't attack, does raise 1. 5. Okay. On my turn, I'm going to play Distraction. I got 2 stars! I know you don't believe me, but it's true. I did. I got 2 stars, I swear. I'm going to do a search and a retaliate. Take these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm good with that. Things are looking swell. And we're revealing the last terror. It picked me up when I was helpless. Move the killer 2 spaces towards grandmother's house. Picking up a killer if able, but it's not. And we reveal our last event, which is Travelers. What is this wondrous place? Oh no. The 2 new victims at the dell. 2 new victims at the meadow. 2 new victims at the clearing. Well, I mean, I guess that was supposed to get the bloodlust pumping faster, but it doesn't really matter since there's no more terror cards to discard. So those are they're just gonna kind of get killed, and we're not gonna read stories for them. They're just gonna kind of die, and that's how it's gonna work out. As we now reveal, you're gonna die is the finale, which is going to happen on the killer's turn now. So the killer's going to move, then it's going to move to the next killer who's going to move. So both killers are going to do things. We're going to search again, like we did last summer. I found a thing. It's the gingerbread house, and it's a map. All right, I don't care about the hatchet, so I'm going to remove that from the game and reveal this, and I'm going to reveal this. We got flowers, we got a raft. I don't care about any of those things. So, I don't know why I took 2 search cards. That didn't make sense, but it's what I did. I'm not going to back it up. Backtrack it. I'm going to play focus. Trying to get up to those 3 dice again. Got up to 2. I'm going to play a focus. Can discard 2. I'm going to discard a weak attack and a walk and a search because I don't need that search. So we do get that down to there. I'm going to short rest with 3 dice. I got 1 success. I'm going to make it 2 successes to get back to full health. Gonna hold on to that retaliate for dear life. I'm gonna get another distraction in case I need it. And then I'm gonna hopefully start being able to get some of the stronger attacks so that they can be of use. Right, so Baghead is going to move 3 spaces towards the nearest victim and kill one. And then Trish is going to move 3 spaces. Oh! She takes 2 damage and her turn immediately, and her phase immediately ends. That worked out well. Can I always place Thorny Vines? I don't think so. I think I can only use that whole thing. So we're going to say I can use it. All right. So it's upkeep phase. I could change my items. Yeah. I'll change my items. And it's now my turn. Oh, that victim might panic. It stands around because it's very smart that way. All right, so I'm going to use the archery bow 3 times. Pew, pew, pew. And do 3 damage to that guy. Cool. And I take all these things back. That worked out pretty well. Killer phase. It should be her first. She is going to kill one of these. And then this is going to come here, and he's going to kill one of these. And they're still going to stand there because they're so smart. And I'm going to re-equip my knife. Okay. So we're going to walk. And discard 2 focus cards to come into Baghead space. I'm going to use a weak attack. Yeah, I'm going to discard a short rest and a block to turn that into damage, which will do 2 damage. And I turn and I lose a life. And then I will stop moving. I have 5 there. I'm gonna probably kill him with my retaliate. I'm gonna take a furious strike and a close call. Be ready to go track down Fish and finish her off. Hopefully. I'm not rolling the upkeep dice because all that does is discard a terror card, which doesn't do anything. So Baghead is currently the killer and is going to attack me. I'm going to retaliate. I get 4 dice because he only has 1 life left. I get to discard. I'm just going to reduce that attack by 2 and take 1 damage, and then I do 1 damage to him, and bye-bye Z. Bye-bye Baghead. Oh, Red, you're killing all my friends. Who's going to kill this? Oh, did I remember to roll a die for that one? I didn't. It would have ran here, so she would have ran here and killed it there. Okay. And then it's upkeep. And then it's my turn. I don't have any movement. I'm not going to use distraction now. I'm going to get these 6 things back and a furious blow. So that should be enough for me to finish this stuff off. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 towards me. Killer moves again, so she's going to do it a second time. 1, 2. Oh, shoot. Did I forget a guard? Let's say instead of critical strike, I was smart and took 2 guards and a double up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll discard that. And we'll discard that. Okay. Because that's what I would have done if I was smart, and we're just going to say I was smart because I'm tired and I'm hungry, and that's how it's going to go. And we're going to use that guard and hopefully not die. We've rolled 1 success on guard, which reduces the damage by 2, meaning I take 1 damage. Killer, she went twice in a row, so now it is my turn, and I can use that Furious Strike. I have 3 dice still, because the horror level hasn't been going up. I'm going to discard these 2 focus because I don't need them anymore, which makes the Furious Strike do 2 damage plus 1 for my knife is 3, and lower the horror by 1. I feel like I must be cheating here somehow, but I don't think I am, except for the fact that I did that retcon and we're not going to talk about it. Weak attack. I got 1 success, which makes me lose 1 health and do 2 damage to her, and she's back to life with 2 health because she's the boss, and that's how it works. The good news is that I have 6 things left, so I can spend 4 on a retaliate, and I can sell. I don't need that distraction anymore, so I sell 1 distraction and 1 walk for 2 more. So we're going to 4 plus 2. I would have 4 left, and get myself planning, and that should finish this all off on the next turn if I survive these 2 attacks. But also, if I survive these 2 attacks, I should be able to kill her anyway. So she's going to attack me. I am going to use retaliate. I get an extra die because I only have health left. I got 2 successes. I ignore all damage and do 3 damage to her, and she's dead. I almost knocked myself down. Little Red Riding Hood is 1. Little Red Riding Hood is 1. Did I already unlock Little Red Riding Hood's weapon? I don't remember. I'm hungry. I'm hangry. I am hangry, and I am going to make dinner and walk the dogs, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget, keep those health bars full. Thank you, and have a great night.